Bad acting, here for it. That would be my 5 words.
Yeah.
Bad acting, here for it. Hallmark movies in 5 words.
Please don't make me watch. That's mine.
A lot of emotion in that one.
Yeah,
I feel like mine would.
right?
I feel like mine would be old celebs get another chance.
That's true. Tatiana Ali from Fresh Prince, we just saw.
Right?
That.
Lacey Chabert from Mean Girls. They brought Gretchen Wieners back from the dead. I think we all needed that to happen. She's in like 12 Hallmark movies.
And by old, we don't mean age-wise old. Just they had their spotlight.
Like, they haven't done anything in a while, and now they're back.
You're so nice about it. I was like, failed actor needs holiday paycheck.
No.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you obviously really did your homework here.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a list of just some of yours, Kelsie.
Oh, look at number 4.
Are those all yours, Kelsie?
Number 4.
Yeah, I had a lot of
Tis
time.
the cat lady season. That's a good one.
My favorite, number 7, white people love ice skating.
Yeah, they sure do.
A stocking full of sadness.
Yeah, that one's for me.
You need an HBO account at 14. Got a good laugh out of me. Happy endings, not that kind. Kelsie, a little edgy with her 5 words.
Well, I
there.
didn't know if some of these were appropriate for morning TV, but you
They're
guys,
not.
I feel like you didn't read them.
Nobody proofread this thing, so you're just out there with all of them. Edgy ones. And,
How we roll at the jam.
Good.
Are you a fan of Hallmark movies?
I am not. No, I
It
have.
seemed like it with the list of 5 words.
No. I have Lifetime movies. I like when there's like mystery and like murder, but like Hallmark.
Mystery and
You
what?
were into like
Murder.
Penciless Killer.
Yeah.
She dialed it down there.
Murder. Yeah. But this is so nice. Everybody's like, and like they smooch, and then it just like fades to black. It's not real.
Well, you know
Not
what?
gonna lie, after watching some like trailers for these movies, I'm like, oh, this kind of sounds fun. Like some of the plots are really funny. It's like she's in a gingerbread competition, but the oven breaks. I'm not kidding. That's one of them. It's just like, sounds good.
What if you go
And
on
you watch the whole
Twitter?
4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. There are drinking games too.
Really?
Yeah. So if you are into getting drunk in the holidays, hey, you can watch these, and there's a lot of. I mean, be responsible.
But just to be clear, Kelsie doesn't like them. It sounds like she loves them.
Like she knows
You
nothing
guys
about
know a
him.
lot about these movies you don't like.
All right, well, in the town of Old Bridge, New Jersey, the mayor, he's not feeling the Christmas spirit here. He has threatened to shut down one family's holiday cheer and their massive Christmas light display.
Whoa.
There it is right there. It's pretty massive. So this family will be fined $2,000 a night for security to help with the large crowds they gather on the streets to watch, because it's become an event where people are traveling long distances to see it. So is this mayor a Grinch, or is he doing the right thing here? I think this could be split at the table.
I don't know how I feel about it, because part of me, so first of all, I feel like if I'm the neighbor, I'm upset. I'm upset because
The neighbors surrounding. Sure.
yeah, if I'm a neighbor to this person, I'm upset. I don't want all these people near my house, on my lawn. I just want my nice, quiet neighborhood.
Well, they're walking right past your house. They're going to this one.
I know,
right?
that's the annoying
But crowds,
part.
they're saying large
That's the
crowds are
problem.
gathering.
So I used to live in New York, and there's an area of New York, a neighborhood called Dyker Heights, and it's like blown out Christmas displays. Like every house in the neighborhood has a house like that.
So
and
everyone's on
it's
the same
so
page.
fun to walk around for the holidays. There are cops there. They're like making sure everyone's safe, no one's slipping, but it's just like a cheerful thing. I don't feel like this has to be this battle. You know?
I hear.
It's cute.
I feel like capitalism should come into play. That mayor should be like, it's tourism. Let's make some money off the deal.
Set
You know
up
what I
some
mean?
food
Yeah,
trucks or something.
food
That's
trucks,
good.
you're crazy.
Yeah.
I love, Felicia, too, that you really almost just said, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
It's really actually said the phrase.
I'm 100% that person, and I don't do trick or treating. I'm good on that. Don't knock on my door. I don't even have a doorbell, so don't even bother. So I'm that person.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned New York, because there's actually a place here in Chicago on the north side, and I've gone before. There's a house just like this. There's houses surrounding it, and it is even more aggressive than what we saw there in terms of the lighting. And when I saw it for the first time, my fiance took me to see it. I was like, this is really cool, but if I'm a neighbor and there's hundreds of people gathered around, cars would stop, drive by, honk as they were leaving, and I was thinking, if I'm a neighbor, I'd be really perturbed by this, to the point where I'd probably get my mayor, my alderman, or somebody involved to
what
put
if
a
you got
fine
a
on it.
cut?
I don't think it's crazy.
What about
huh?
compromise?
You got a
though?
cut.
But I wonder if they do. Now that would change the story, but they're not charging any money. Oh, you mean with the $2,000?
Yeah, and I'm saying, what if there's some cashola?
There you go, maybe.
Sure.
Try to hustle. Try to make that money.
What about a compromise where we could do like every Friday night, like this is our thing where like trick or treating, like the whole
Like
neighborhood
regulate
shows
it.
up and there's hot cocoa in the streets and little elves running around or
Now
something
let me ask you this:
that.
How much would you like if Halloween was every Friday in
don't
October?
even. You know I hate that holiday.
I
hate that
I
holiday.
think people would not be on board. I love it, but I think it is not being respectful of your neighbor.
My old apartment in LA, it was right next to the Scientology building with $500,000 like bright lit up
Zoinks.
Scientology
Oh,
sign. Like
wow.
I would lay in bed and the Scientology sign would be right there. I didn't have a choice in that. I just got blackout shades.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what these people should
And
do.
you survived.
I'm here.
You did it. You know what, also, I know we haven't talked about. It's actually pretty classy. Like where I grew up, there was inflatables and like blah, like trash Christmas.
No, you're right.
look
It's
really
at least-
nice.
That's a good point. If you're going to go at least all out,
It
at least
looks
it's
good.
done.
I want to hear
tastefully.
more about Trash Christmas.
Come on over. It still happens.
There we go. Southwest Airlines, they had to apologize after a member of its staff mocked a 5-year-old girl. Her name is spelled A-B-C-D-E. It's pronounced Absidy. It's an unusual name, but apparently a gate agent with Southwest allegedly did not hold back, was laughing, even went so far as to take a photo of this child's boarding pass. So obviously it was bad behavior, but is the question, what's his parent thinking, or is the question, should Southwest have better decorum?
I blame the parent.
Really?
I blame the parent.
But the kid should be the victim here because of a parent's poor decision and an adult's poor decision
I
with
can
Southwest.
see that. The agent was kind of pointing and laughing. You always want to be professional, but
It's a 5-year-old.
much worse is going to happen in this world to this child. Like a parent is supposed to give a child a name that's going to help them be successful and something that hopefully has some meaning. Now I don't know whether or not this name has meaning to this mom. Haven't seen any reports
Linguistics,
that
she
it
loves
does.
the alphabet, maybe.
I haven't seen any reports that it does, but a parent is supposed to set their child up for success. You're not doing that with A, B, C,
Yeah,
D,
but this
E.
mom is acting like this is the first time anyone's ever thought anything weird about her child's name. You don't name your child A, B, C, D, E, Absidy, and like think that people are just gonna think that's normal. Like, don't you think that's a grab
So you're
for
blaming the
attention?
mom too?
I mean,
It could be worse. It
How
could be
she that
LMNOP.
surprised? That's true. That's true.
LMNOP.
X, Y, Z.
Get it right.
Italian. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have a different beef because as a comedian, I'm like, Southwest Airline, stop trying to be comedians. Stop making fun of
So
us. I
when
got
you
a
get-
different beef. I'm blaming Southwest.
When you get on a plane, you mean, and they do that stuff
I
too.
get so mad. I'm like, Southwest, you take it down a notch with your
Southwest
jokes.
is my favorite airline,
You love
and they're
it 'cause-
usually so nice and so cool. I prefer to fly Southwest.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
like, get your dad jokes out of the cockpit.
I'm here. Kelsie Huff is here.
I got a real ego problem.
So Kelsie probably didn't appreciate my failed dad joke before we started the show.
I appreciate
tonight.
Listen, you
it.
tried. You know?
My delivery
I
was a
liked
little
it.
off. Can we work on that in a commercial break?
All
maybe?
right, sure.
That
But
was
you're
a
going
real
to have to pay me for that.
I don't know. With this Southwest story, I do feel like you guys are right. I mean, this child is 5 years old. It's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be from adults. Like maybe from your
Yeah.
colleagues, your kids in first grade, second grade as you go on.
Yeah.
But come on, this is somebody on the job. And we've had people come in with names that are unique. Are you going to make fun of them for that? I mean, that's.
They
just
didn't
think-
realize. They didn't realize.
The flight
that it was
attendant, she,
malicious.
well, what I'll say to agree with
I mean,
you is like,
Kelsie,
she
look at that
shouldn't-
name.
Come
What
on.
an idiot.
The flight attendant shouldn't have posted it online because that's actually like a personal thing. That
Yes.
boarding pass, that's not okay. But I mean, come on.
That's a good
You
point.
can't
It's like
act like that's not a crazy name.
It's like with servers. You know how servers have been posting receipts of the tips that they got or whatever the case might be,
Yeah.
or someone's crazy name, whatever, or a nasty note. Like, you're not supposed to post stuff online like
I
that.
mean, I get it for this young child. When I get on an airplane and I'm walking through, and sometimes I have the middle seat or something, and people as they're walking through, they're already sitting down as I'm walking through to go to my seat. They go, oh, "Who's the air up there? This flight's really going to stink for you," and start
Yeah.
laughing. And it's like, I mean, I'm a human.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
But you
people
have
just
so
forget
much
that
power.
part.
You could just crop dust the whole way down. You're like, you're gonna say that to
Been
me?
there, done that.
Squirt, squirt, squirt.
Reality star Kristen Cavallari and former Chicago Bear Jay Cutler. Very, very interesting couple, married. They have their own reality show. People are really into them. Jay Cutler's got to become a star in his second life after sports. Well, they shared they have separate bank accounts. Married with children. Is this unusual, or is this something you guys would subscribe to?
I do it.
You do?
Yeah.
I
We
think
have
it's
separate
smart.
money.
Yeah. Why go that approach, or did you feel like, you know, society says you should put all your money together. That's how it is. Did you?
Well, listen, let's make it very clear. We're not talking about a lot of money. So let's get that out there. But yeah, no, I like the control, and I trust him, and we don't have a mortgage, we don't have children, we
Yeah.
don't have any of those things that are sort of fused together. We do quarterly sit down and have like financial meetings, so it's not like things are a secret. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
But there's a freedom that comes with it. And with like electronic payment, you can be like, ooh, Grubhub, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, we know each other all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Do you have secret hiding money?
Well, I mean, I do, but that's something to do with him. That's just my weird. I could run at any moment.
Your night job?
Offshore accounts, everything.
Offshore accounts.
I'm all about separate accounts. I think that maybe once you have kids or you have a ton of shared expenses, it makes sense to put it together. But like people, when they get married now, the average age for a woman to get married is 27. The average age for a man is 30. So by that point, you've made a lot of financial decisions. Maybe you have debt. Maybe you've done really well. Maybe you've pinched pennies and saved your money. And like, why should that all go into the same pot?
Yeah.
I like the idea of having it separate. And then as a girl, you have more control and you have more freedom too. Men make more than women. Girls should never have to stay in a relationship because the guy makes more money and they need it, right? Like,
Yeah. It's 2018. I think you have to. How do you feel like as a man? Well, what do you guys do?
Well, we're engaged right now. I think when we get married, we've had a little bit of these discussions. Some stuff will be our own, but we will pile our money in together. But some of the money that we came in with in our savings will stay.
I'm asking all the hard questions.
It's
Kelsey's
a personal
hiding
conversation,
money.
but I don't mind being open and honest about it.
Kelsey's hiding money. I'm going to ask you, Jordan, are you okay with having both of your direct deposits into one account?
Yes, when we get married. Yeah, I am. Because here's my thing. Look, you could go both ways with it. I think Carly makes a fantastic point about how, it makes people then become dependent and then they're in it for the wrong reasons. And then somebody who makes the more money can hold a power position. I think that can get ugly. Financially, we're in similar plays, so there's no power there, which I think is important. And for us, the mentality of, hey, bunker mentality, it's us against the world. I think it's another thing for me, just personally for me, that makes me feel like that's a part of the pot here. All our monies are together. We're together on how we're going to parent. It'll be together. It just enforces that. So for me, I believe.
Yeah, but then you're going to be watching like how each other spends that money. Like,
you better put some
don't
extra
you think
but that's an okay thing.
Yeah.
As long as you don't manage to act like you're in control of what they do, I would like to know what my other person's spending some money on. I know it'd go vice versa. She spends more recklessly than me.
I was going to say, you better put a lot of extra money in there because that girl can shop.
Yes, that is true, and I cannot, as you see my attire here.